Hey friends! Thank you so much for clicking back onto my YouTube channel. Like I said, I was going to try and do weekly videos, so I accidentally missed out last week. But this week I wanted to do something that I have always been a sucker for. I'm someone who is obsessed with monthly favourite videos. I find them so addictive, I could not stop watching them. So I was going to share a few of my monthly favourites. Obviously it's the end of January, I'm doing the stuff that I've been obsessed with all month, and that has included what I've got from Christmas, so some of the stuff are Christmas presents. Some of the stuff is a bit random. So I'm just going to take you through my monthly favourites. My current favourite is these. They haven't got anything in them because I'm wearing them, but I cannot stop wearing Eyelure 141. If anybody is looking for a pair of lashes that are so easy to stick on and also affordable, Eyelure 141, I can't express to you how good they are. People are saying that, oh, Huda Beauty, but they're like £30 a pair. Eyelure are like, what, £5.65? The band is thin, which means that it's so easy to like bend to your eye instead of the ones that have a thicker band that makes it less flexible. Means that these ones. Ooh. So if you want a pair that are really nice, feminine, wispy lashes, I can really suggest the 141s. My next favourite, oh god, I actually bought this on a whim. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, I don't know which one it is. Oh, Legendary Lashes mascara. This is, I can't even express to you, the best mascara I have ever bought in my entire life. I got it like a month ago. I always bought drugstore ones apart from the Benefit They're Real lashes, and I found that They're Real ran out really fast and all of the drugstore mascaras I was buying were just like wet or overly thick. I couldn't find an in between. But this one is right up my street as a mascara. It is thick enough so you don't have to put a stupid amount on to get where you want to be, but it's like not too thick that it all clumps together and you just have one giant eyelash like unicorn horn. This is obviously Charlotte Tilbury, so it's quite expensive, but to be honest, it's massively worth it. So if you're looking for a new mascara, this one is cute. Likewise, along the same idea of cosmetics, I believe this is the last one I've got that is makeup. I think it was on my live video on Facebook. I mentioned my current favourite contour palette. So I was always one that found it really difficult to contour. I mentioned in my Q&A, I don't have much facial structure, so finding out where to contour on my face was quite difficult and a bit of a task. I randomly, again on a whim, bought this. I had no idea if it was going to be any good. I was just like, oh, it looks quite nice. They've got a range of colours, I'm sure it'll be fine. I think this one was like £12, maybe a bit more. I think it was actually £18. I can't remember. As a drugstore product, even though I would be fooled and I would have thought it would be a high-end product, I can thoroughly recommend it. It is amazing. I mentioned before as well my current obsession with Neil's Yard. They are absolutely my favourite thing. They are so nice on your skin, they're so soft and they feel nice. You know when you just wash your face and you're like, I feel so much better. Gives you that feeling every time. This is one of their products that I have. I've got a few, but I wasn't going to go through all of them because this video would be about an hour long. This one is the Rehydrating Rose Facial Oil. I don't have necessarily oily skin, nor do I have necessarily dry skin. I have somewhere in the middle. So this one is recommended for just normal skin. And obviously people are a bit funny about adding oil to your face. Believe me, I was the same. But this oil I put on after I've cleansed. When your pores are open, it feels like you're putting something good into your pores rather than chemicals into it, which is what I used to be doing. In terms of a skin routine, Neil's Yard gives you a routine which I struggled to have before. Also, it smells amazing. I can't tell you the amount of times I've texted people being like, I've just made my face smell so good. Along the same lines of Neil's Yard, I don't know about any of you, but I really struggle with sleep. Like more often than not, I either can't get to sleep or I'm awake at like 4 in the morning. Sleep is just not something that I'm good at. I can't just die throughout the night and wake up feeling a million times better. It just doesn't happen. So I was just trying to find ways to make me feel drowsy without having to take anything. I got this thing for Christmas a couple of years ago. It looks like a little UFO. This is a steamer. You basically put water in it and it heats it and then blows steam out, and this bit lights up and it's really pretty. This is the aromatherapy blend in Woman's Balance. When you initially smell it, it doesn't smell so great because it's 100% organic, so obviously the perfume is all natural and not manipulated to smell a nice way, like to the naked nose. You put a few drops in the water in the steamer and the smell is so good and so relaxing. I put it on when I go to bed and just leave it, and then it will switch off automatically once the water's gone. But I honestly cannot tell you, it makes me so sleepy. So if anyone struggles with sleep, it's a little bit random, but women's balance, and an aromatherapy steamer. I can't tell you how good it is. I honestly, Nails Yard, 10 out of 10. Something a little bit random. This is my current favourite. It's a lemon. So the other day I woke up and I had probably the biggest spot I have ever had in my entire life. It was one of those ones where I was just like, you know what, I don't even want to let this one sit out. I've got to try and do something to get rid of it. It's driving me insane. I looked online, and usually I'm quite skeptical to home remedies and things like that. When I read them online, I'm like, I don't really trust you. I was like, I'm desperate. I read somewhere that lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, is really good for whiteheads mainly, spots and whiteheads, that sort of thing. And if you mix it with the same amount of water, it gives a really good spot reduction solution. So naturally I was like, this is unlikely gonna work, but why not? I'm gonna try it. So I mixed it together, put it on my spot and left it overnight, and when I woke up it was literally so much smaller. I was like, I've never been so thankful to a lemon before. Don't do it too much because it will really dry your skin and sometimes get irritating. But over the last 2 days, I can tell you, I don't think I've ever had a spot disappear so quickly, so this is the way forward. The next thing was a Christmas present. This little book, I mean, you're gonna think I'm strange, but I can't even tell you how helpful it is. Obviously, I'm trying to do daily videos on Facebook, and I'm trying to get more content out on YouTube, so I'm quite busy, and also a fault of mine is sometimes I can be quite forgetful. So for Christmas, Santa got me a to-do list booklet. So if you're like me and you have loads of things to do and you're just trying to remember it and it's like, oh, I'll be fine, I'll remember that tomorrow, you won't remember it. Trust me, I've been there. This one's from Accessorize. It says it on the back. I don't know how much it was. If you're into stationery and planning and all those girly sorts of things, this is a really good idea for you. Talking of planning, so last year I decided 2017 was going to be my year to adult and go from being a child to an adult, and the first step I took was buying myself a diary. This is from Kiki K and it was quite expensive. I don't think it still has the price in it. It's one of those ones that has quite a lot of space per day. I haven't actually got into the swing of using it yet, but I'm determined that this will be my year. To go with it, I bought coloured pens, also from Kiki K. I think these are about £9. Maybe a bit less. It's really good for planning, which what I'm doing all the time, planning. So if you guys are planning lots, or you're doing revision or school or whatever, Kiki K has excellent stationery selection. Going back to the cosmetic-ish side of things, obviously you can tell I dyed my hair red. The first time I dyed it red, it faded quite fast, and I wasn't doing anything to make sure that it wasn't fading. As I was walking around Superdrug one day, I bumped into LV's range of colour protecting shampoos and conditioners. I was a bit, again, skeptical as to this was going to work. I was like, chances are it's not going to happen. Since I dyed it about a month and a bit ago, this has stopped it from fading so much. And this is for brunette and blonde as well. Oh, it's just coloured hair. Coloured hair. On all shades, reds, blondes and brunettes. Coloured hair. Does that mean for like blue as well? If you have dyed your hair a specific colour, like me, I've got red, and that you find it that's fading quite a bit and you don't really want to use heat on it because that makes it fade, you don't need to fear. The L'Oreal LV range of Colour Protect Caring Conditioner and Shampoo is so good, and I don't see as much red like flowing through my shower anymore. One of the last things that I got in my monthly favourite list was this. I've spoken about this before. This is my Zoeva brush set. I cannot tell you how much my makeup has changed since having these brushes. I've only had them for like 3.5 weeks or so, and they have completely changed my whole makeup experience. They are so soft, they are so gentle, they don't scratch, they make your eyeshadow fluffy, they do everything so much better than the shit ones that I had before. I bought the big set because I needed new brushes and everything. I know that you can get single brushes, I know that you can also get smaller sets. I got the big one, I think it was like 25. It comes in a really nice bag, so when I go and do like makeup elsewhere, I can pack my makeup in it as well. So that's really useful. This one was £200 off of the Zoeva site, and the shipping was only £2 and 5p, and it came in like 2 days, and that was over the Christmas period. So it was so good, and Zoeva's brushes are so fluffy. The final thing on my list is something completely random. So the last thing is an app. I'm gonna have to tell you about it. I was introduced to an app called Dpop. It's not new, but it was something that I, again, didn't trust. I don't trust anything online. It's essentially an app where you can buy and sell secondhand clothing, so, or not necessarily secondhand, but you can buy and sell like clothes online or things online. I've always been into massive jumpers, as you can tell, and my current favourite fashion is a giant men's t-shirt with, or jumper, with tights and heeled boots, and that's my favourite thing. So I went onto Dpop and I was just going to see what was out there, and there's this one account called Angel Clothing. She does extra large men's jumpers and like sweatshirts and cardigans and all that sort of section of clothing. The girl behind the account is so good and so helpful, and she was straight away back to me as soon as I clicked buy, like, oh, I'll be there in a few days, send me all your information. You pay by PayPal, and that was all fine. Everything went so smoothly. So if you're looking for a new way of getting clothes that isn't like your normal high street clothing or somewhere else to just find clothes online, Dpop app is so good and so quick. Yeah, I think that's everything. Let me know if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up if you do. Thank you so much for watching. I know that I ramble quite a bit and my trusted internet should be a lot more than it is. Subscribe for more videos and hopefully see you next week. So thank you for watching, I'll see you later.